11 items that instantly make you more attractive. Courteous fellows, this is Mad Diligence. Today, we're demonstrating you 11 essential things you can claim that are ensured to get seen by any young lady. You think about the standard things. You know you must wear garments that fit, and at this point, you know you gotta notice great. Now, what we're discussing today are the things young ladies don't see coming, however they can't disregard. Here are 11 items that instantly make you attractive. So, here are 11 things you will need to have on deck that establish an astonishing connection with young ladies. Bed frame. Not hoping to see a bed outline at the highest priority on this rundown? Well, we weren't anticipating it either. Yet, for reasons unknown, there are a stunning number of folks out there depending on only a sleeping cushion on the floor. Also, an equivalent number of ladies who are shaking their heads every time they see it. That is to say, we get it. Why do you even need a bed outline? They're generally excessively costly and all they appear, making it impossible to do is consume up room, and that might be mostly valid, with the exception of it disregards one glaring subtle element. For various reasons, ladies incredibly like it when folks have beds off the ground. So while a sleeping pad on the floor may be less expensive or simply part of your style, a full measure bed setup pays profits that are dependably going to be justified regardless of the venture. Apparatuses. There will come a period in each man's life when it is possible that he needs to settle something, or, more probable, a young lady needs him to settle something, hang a few pictures, or do some light carpentry. Also, shockingly, the odds are most folks won't be prepared for that day. So altogether not to be found thoroughly napping, help yourself out and put resources into an essential toolbox at an opportune time. Since you may not require everything the time, and you may not know how to utilize any of that stuff at the present time, however, rest guarantee the day you should be that person for a young lady, you'll be happy to have it. Divider art. Similar to how a bedding with no bed edge can be cumbersome for a person to have, so are dividers with nothing on them. However, there is a simple method to change that. Simply go out, discover some craftsmanship you like and hang it up on your dividers. Presently you may think, workmanship is costly. Well, definitely if all you need are full estimate firsts. All we are recommending is to locate a couple of reasonable, quality prints from craftsmen you like, toss an edge on them, and put them on your divider. You don't need to get something for each room in the house, yet a few pieces you like will take up practically no space, very little time, and will be an easy method to establish an incredible connection with any young lady who comes over. The watch. Here's something you may have seen about our recordings. Anytime we discuss utilizing style to make a young lady like you, or an approach to make her more pulled into you, we discuss the significance of a watch. While there's a basic motivation behind why we do this, women adore when men wear watches. Presently, we're speculating you've seen the present video support, Vincero, on channels like Alpha M, teaching men's fashion, and Real Men Real Style. So rather than demonstrating to you a pack of pictures of Vincero's intense watches, we will indicate both of you subliminal fascination supports that the correct sort of watch, as Vincero, gives you. Wearing and using a watch gives you the James Bond effect. Envision this: a wonderful lady approaches Bond for the time, and out of his pocket he pulls his cell phone to check. It's nearly agonizing to envision, isn't that so? Rather, after the lady asks, Bond coolly and unhesitatingly checks his watch. Significantly more exemplary Bond, isn't that so? Watches dramatically improve your style. Watches aren't inconspicuous. They don't attract thoughtfulness regarding themselves at all when they're taken note. Also, that makes something great, a work of art, manly touch that influences you to look like organized man. In short, folks, one of the least demanding approaches to be more appealing to ladies is to wear a watch, and the present video support Vincero is the exact kind of watch that ladies cherish. It's strong, yet great, like Bond, while as yet being unobtrusive and good-looking, to significantly enhance your style. Vincero was even sufficiently kind to give My Diligence watchers a huge rebate code. Look at it in the portrayal and note, it will work temporarily. Books. There are a considerable measure of accumulations of things that young ladies would prefer essentially not to see, however books are not one of them. Since whether it's science fiction, dream, puzzle or only true to life, a person with books is something that will never leave style with ladies. Since doesn't mean you should gather books you have no expectation of perusing. Also, it doesn't mean you ought to be that person who boasts about perusing either. In any case, what it means is to discover books that truly intrigue you and begin gathering and understanding them. Dry bag backpack. On the off chance that one thing can make any person great to any young lady, it's being prepared for whatever circumstance gets tossed at him. What's more, a thing that makes that sort of flexibility conceivable is a to a great degree strong, low support rucksack that protects your stuff regardless. Presently there are a couple of dry packs available, yet not every one of them fill in as publicized. Also, we're not going to prescribe a particular pack in this video, however in the event that you simply search for an all-season, waterproof pack from one of the enormous open-air organizations, you ought to be fit as a fiddle. A clean car. So you have an auto, and that is more than can be said for a considerable measure of folks, isn't that so? Possibly. Be that as it may, you're not out of the forested areas yet. Since after a specific point young ladies are far more inclined to focus on the condition of your auto, particularly how clean it is. So in the event that you see your auto noticing somewhat out of control, or topping off with burger wrappers, that unquestionably implies that the young ladies you're driving around are seeing it as well. Weatherproof jacket. A cutting-edge weatherproof coat resembles your very own protection against the components. A decent one will be anything but difficult to move around in, keep going forever, and keep you thoroughly dry. You may perceive any reason why an all-climate coat assists with how ladies see you, on the grounds that if the capacity to charge outside decisively in any condition isn't cool, we don't realize what is. Rain? Don't worry about it. Hail? Who cares? Snow? Weatherproof, man! Where smart coats certainly have their place in a man's closet, each person ought to have a well-fitting coat that is made for unforgiving conditions. A gym membership. With the colossal assortment of exercise centers there are nowadays, there's an instructional hub for pretty much everybody and everything: powerlifting, CrossFit, shade climbing, parkour, yoga, ninja preparing, and so on. There's an exercise center for it. What's more, not exclusively will any of them get you into extraordinary shape, however it's for all intents and purposes ensured that ladies will like that you're a piece of one. Attractive knife strip with good knives. Supper and a film. Netflix and chill. Or on the other hand only a low-key night at home for you too. There's a decent possibility that if the young lady you like winds up back at her place, you'll be investing some energy in the kitchen. And keeping in mind that a decent dinner can't hurt, another approach to utilize your kitchen to create an impression that ladies can't disregard is to set up a brilliant attractive blade strip over your cooking region, supplemented by a top-notch set of blades. Presently, for the full esteem impact you ought to likely be having the capacity to really utilize the blades. However, in any case, an attractive blade strip is an entirely great component that can say a considerable measure in regards to the man you are. Sturdy shoes. They say that for anything that goes amongst you and the ground, it merits spending some cash on. Tires, beddings, and above all shoes. So for what reason do ladies like a person in shoes that persevere? Well, she may not know to what extent you've had your combine of old workhorses, yet what she will see is that your shoes aren't going to pieces, which is dependably going to get you a few focuses. In conclusion, those are the 11 things so helpful, they'll be ensured to get consideration from ladies. Bear in mind to look at Vincero watches utilizing the connection and the depiction, and if you delighted in this video, make sure to tell us. and offer it a go ahead, and remember to click and buy in.